my friend. What is on your mind?
Good morning, sir. I have a question regarding the Tillis topic. How do we identify candidates that are true to their word? When they run for office, when they're in office, because they're starting to show themselves that they're not really who they are.
Without a doubt. And so the Tom Tillis case is so frustrating because he uses our need to hold on to the North Carolina Senate seat against us. A valuable tell is it's good to have people with a real state level record. Rarely do they have a good state level record and then they become a complete disaster in D.C. It does happen, but rarely. Let's take a senator that isn't talked about enough, and he comes on our program, Senator Eric Schmitt from Missouri. He was phenomenal. He was the former Attorney General of Missouri. He had a great state-level record, and he's ended up to be a fabulous U.S. Senator. Let's take Senator Rick Scott, who comes on this program quite a lot. He was a great governor of Florida. He ends up being a great United States Senator. It's when they kind of come from unknown places or their state-level record is not as good. I would also say you could tell a lot based on the types of folks that are praising, raising, and contributing. What do I mean by that? They're praising the person. So, for example, if it's the Karl Rove, Paul Ryan wing of the party that is praising the candidate, ooh. Also, who is raising money for the candidate? Who's hosting fundraisers? Who is trying to raise support? Tom Tillis is supported by all of the ruling class elite. Tom Tillis has always been supported by the neoconservatives, by the Romney wing of the Republican Party. And then finally, who is actually donating the money itself, not just raising it? And again, Tom Tillis is not widely supported by the grassroots. I will say this, though. One of the structural problems, and we've talked about this repeatedly on this program, and I do not know a solution to this. Rarely do I present wide-ranging problems without a solution. I don't know how to get the conservative grassroots, such as all of you, more serious about giving small dollar donations to candidates. Now, we've covered this before, and I will reiterate this, and this drives me insane. Just literally in the last hour, this is at freedom@charliekirk.com. I got this at risk, your 5K Doge check from some PAC that I never gave money to. Mike, I love Mike Lee. New update, urgent Save Act update. It's not dead. Click here for an urgent update. Or Donald J. Trump here. Charlie, is that you? I'm trying to get your attention. Tom Cotton, if Democrats flip my seat. Again, this is malpractice. Can I put this up on screen? Again, I'm not trying to pick on Tom Cotton too much. I think he's been totally wrong on so much stuff. I got to put this up on screen. Tom Cotton is not going to lose his Arkansas Senate seat. It is not going to happen, okay? And so here he is raising money from me. If Democrats flip my Senate seat in Arkansas, we can say goodbye to a Republican Senate majority. Listen, Tom, if you lose your Senate seat in Arkansas, we're losing like 20 Senate seats, okay? Let's just be very clear. We will have lost the Senate majority in the most significant way since Franklin Delano Roosevelt. And here you are sending me unsolicited email, I need money, I need money, I need money. We abuse you in the grassroots. Those of you that are listening on the Salem Radio Network and watching on wonderful Real America's Voice, it loses impact when you get dozens of these a day. So why does that matter, Anthony? Because you asked a very astute question. How do we get better candidates? You get better candidates when they are able to be funded and they are adherent to you, the grassroots, not to the major ruling donor class. And I say this as somebody who raises well over $100 million a year. There are some amazing donors out there. There's some amazing supporters. Guess what? They're not actually the ones that are always contributing to these U.S. senators. There's two types of donors that typically give to people like Tom Tillis. The first of which are those that want to go to like a fun weekend at the Ritz-Carlton in Naples. Right. Get their picture made. They pay $25,000. Okay. The second type is much more insidious. They want something. They're a lobbyist from a tobacco company. They're a lobbyist from a pharmaceutical company. So the people actually financing Tom Tillis are not the people of you guys in this audience, and they're actually not even the donors at Turning Point USA or Turning Point Action. Our donors are so over this whole program that they're no longer giving to that. So, Anthony, it's a longer-term issue. I hope that helps solve it, and we need to better screen candidates as well.
For full shows, live and on demand, it's Salem News Channel.